Good morning. My name is Vaishnav. In the past, I have conversation 4.2C. And firstly, moving to my code, it is map.controller.cs and we have secondly map command controller.cs. Firstly, we will talk about the map controller.cs. In this map controller.cs, manages the activity request related to the map entities. This controller defines for the CRUD operations like for the getting all the maps. You can see for posting a map, for put a map, and for delete a map. In this, for import, we can add a new map. Import, we can update the existing map entities by the unique IDs from the map data. Then try to update it in the database using the map services. I will show you later. And lastly, we can delete a map by using the delete ID, specific ID. It will delete and return a 204. No content response. Moving to the robot command controller CS. In this, robot command controller manages also the HTTP requests related to robot command entities similar to the map controller as we have discussed earlier. To perform CRUD operations, we can retrieve all the rest of robot commands using the robot command services. For the post, we can see for the robot command services. And for the post, adds a new robot command to the system. The command is validated and then it is inserted to the database using the robot command services. As you can see, robot command services dot add the command. Okay, and for making an changes in the existing ID, so we can use the put. It makes the updates and modifies the command dates and the modified date and time. So and if there is no ID which is already in the database, it will show the error and return 404 not found. And for deleting, we can use the delete. So moving to the next models. And firstly, we have the map models, and second, we have the robot command models. In the map models, we have unique ID, columns, rows, description, and create date and modify date. Which means the ID has a unique for the map and columns, number of columns in the map, rows, the number of rows in the map, and for the description, an optional description for the map, and create date, map as a date and modify date. So moving to the robot command. Same for the robot command class defines the structure of robot command. The unique ID, name is move command, create date and modify date description. In the ID, it has a unique ID of the command, name of the command. For example, I will show you in the database, in the postman. In the move command, a boolean indicating whether we are using the bool, using the boolean indicating whether the command is involved in movement. Create date, a date the command was created, and the modified date the command was last modified, and description, the description optional description for the command. Let's move to the repository section. Now we have two repository sections, map repository.cs and the robot command repository.cs. And both the map and the robot command command data repository.cs defines the method for interacting the map and the robot command entities in the database. As you can see, for getting the maps and for map by ID, we can use this. So, and for the add a map, for a beta map, for delete a map, and same for the robot command repository.cs provides the common interface for executing SQL queries. Like you can see, these are just for SQL queries, and you can also see like this is also for SQL query for getting the robot command by ID, for getting the robot add a robot command, for updating a robot command, and for deleting we also have a query. So these are the functions. And let's move into the services. We have two services for our one for our map service.cs, second is the robot command service.cs. Firstly, moving to the map service.cs provides the business logic for handling the operations related to maps and the robot entities. The map services.cs it will provide the operations for the map entities. So they have like the database instruction for our methods for operating CRUD operations, like we will do in the postman. So moving to the program.cs, we have using Microsoft Entity.framework.code It means this code is for the using for the web API using the ASP.NET Core, which is the part of our project. And now we will move to our builder equal to application dot created dot builder. It means a new web application builder which is used to configure and set up the web application. Now adding services to the container, builder.services add controller and builder.services add endpoints. These services for the MVC controller and the API endpoints. The add controller enables the controller based routes and the endpoints API Explorer add the services to help the authentication of the API endpoints. Now moving the builder services dot add swagger. This section configures the swagger for the API documentation. Add swagger generation adds the swagger services and the swagger dot method creates the API documentation with the title and the version defined. As we can see, we have defined the version and we have defined the title like new robot simulation API. And now moving to the configurable PostgreSQL database, we have builder services, add DB context. So it set up the connection to the PostgreSQL database using the entity framework, add DB context. As you can see here, we have set up and now it tells the application to use the app.db context class to interact with the database. I have shown you earlier, and the connection from default connection, as you can see, is pulled from the configuration settings from app settings.json in this file. So now registering the application services. Now we have this builder services and robot services, map services. uh, this registers the application services in the DI container. The robot command data access and the map data access are the interfaces for the data access separate objects, which were implemented by the robot command repository and the map repository I have shown you earlier in this video. The robot command services and map services are registered for handling the business logic related to command and map. Now we have work because the builder.build. This means this builds the web application after the services has been configured. After that, all the services that we have configured till now, uh, it will create the application. Configure the HTTP request pipeline. This means if something in app.swagger app.swagger UI, this means the code configures the app middleware for the Swagger in the development environment. If the app is running in the development, it will enable the Swagger UI for the interactive API documentations and allow the developer to test the API directly from the browser. Like we have done in the previous task in the documentation, we use this Swagger. So it is all that. And now we will run the code. And I will show you in the database what will happen. This is my link. I have already run this code. So if I run this code with all the next ID, we can see these are the and now we have some different CRUD operations to make in the video. So we can do this and make a change. We have a description test made by Ants. I will change this to my name and image for demo. Now I will create this. It is sent 201 created successfully. Now moving to the database, I will show you. It will show here, saving the 13 number and column integer 6 and rows 5. I can show you in this. We have column 6 and 5 and we have description test by uh, see we can see test by for demo. This is our now and 2025 year 4th month 25th date. It means it is created now. Now if we make changes in the columns and the rows, we can just check. We'll create a new. We can put 7 here. Create in the here. Now then, so we will make it. Get a new change here. See, we can get this. And the same for the robot commands. We can do same CRUD operation. So we can, yep. this. And we can also put post here, put here, and delete some. We can perform different CRUD operations. And it will also update in my database like this. I have done these operations in the map, so robots, but I have done so many operations in the map. So this will also appear like this in the robot command. So thank you. This is for the video.